Welcome back to Cantina Customs. In this episode, we're going to look at a custom action figure of a Mos Eisley local girl whose hair is Harlow gold. Her lips a sweet surprise, but her hands are never cold because she's got Swilla Corey eyes. Swilla Corey is one of those background Cantina patrons who really came into recognition through the Decipher's customizable card game. The character was played by uncredited actress Mandy Morton, and the costume design is based on John Malo's original Cantina sketches for two local girls. The costumes consist of a wraparound tunic shirt and a knee-length skirt with a high-rise split and a pair of knee-high boots. Mandy Morton wore the tan and brown costume, while actress Jenny Cresswell wore the red tunic and brown skirt and boots. Jenny can be seen briefly sitting talking to the Rhodian, not wearing a vest, as Luke enters the cantina and the camera pans from right and left. She also appears in the deleted scenes from the lost cantina footage. Then, as the camera pans and focuses on the right side of the cantina, Swilla Corey is also sitting with a Rhodian who is wearing a vest at the back right corner of the cantina. The outfits were also worn by different actresses in other scenes. Ku Stark, playing Kami, wore either the same or a very similar outfit to Swilla Corey in the deleted Tashi Station scenes, and then two other actresses wearing the local girl costumes appear in the back alley scene where the Sand Troopers were marching toward Docking Bay 94. Decipher Card Game named the character in the red outfit Brindy Truchong, and this actress has been identified as Sally Sinclair. And I'm not sure if anyone has given the other female standing next to the beggar woman a name yet, or if the actress has been identified. And if you know, or if you have any idea, drop it in the comments below. Since Swilla Corey's costume is either one and the same or very similar to Kami's, it would be super easy to just use that figure with a new head sculpt. But I only have one Kami figure and they're kind of expensive on the secondary market, so I decided to kit bash my own custom Swilla Corey figure. The head, torso, and boots all come from Outer Rim Traders. I've actually had the Swilla Corey head sculpt for a few years, just waiting one day for its glorious purpose to be customized into a hairpiece. My head sculpt was so old that it was made back when the face and the hair were all made as one piece, but now they come as two pieces. The torso and boots are printed with a flex resin mixture that makes Dremel work and plugging the pieces in easier. For the face, I had every intention of dremeling out the custom head sculpt and just leaving the hair. I do not like painting eyes. I've done it from time to time and they look okay, but I just love the factory paint apps better. So typically, I'll find a face sculpt that I like and just do a little Travolta Cage face off with my Dremel. For Swilla Corey, I went with a Marvel Universe dagger face sculpt because the paint apps have kind of that smoky mascara look like Swilla Corey. I used Hoth Leia arms and just sanded down the padding and the communication thing on the wrist. And then the legs are a combination of Slave Leia legs and a Bespin Leia waist. I thought about using the waist and legs from a Boss Fight Studio blank, but that figure is a bit taller than the Kami action figure, so the legs look out of proportions with the custom printed torso. For the boots, if you plan to display the figure standing up, you'll need to trim the feet off and add some more rigid articulated feet. I didn't know this, so I contacted LE about the boots, and he was like, yeah, most customizers trim the boots so they can add articulated feet. And then it felt like a goofball because the idea seemed so obvious that I don't know why I didn't even think of it. But if you're just going to display your Swilla Corey sitting down, don't worry about it. For the articulated shoes, I used the feet from Pax Bonkik, the Rhodian Pod Racer figure, which is just a Saga Collection Greedo with a gray jumpsuit and a blue Han Solo vest. Here are all the pieces painted and put together. The hands are from that same Slave Leia figure that supplied the legs, and I have no idea where the soft good skirt came from. It was in with a bunch of other soft good accessories from a parts lot that I bought years ago. I did cut a slit up the right side of the skirt. I painted the boots chocolate brown, the tunic and the arms khaki, and the neck post a Tester's flesh tone. I've had that Tester's flesh tone for quite some time. It's my favorite shade for painting a light flesh tone. Then I gave the tunic and the boots a wash in oiled earth to kind of dirty them up a bit, bring out some of that sculpting detail, and I painted the hair pieces sunflower yellow and added a wash of khaki to give it that dirty blonde look. Once the paint was dried, I sprayed everything with a coat of Tester's matte finish. All the articulation works on the figure. Of course, the ball joint head articulation is limited by the hairpiece. The slave Leia legs have an odd stance with the Bespin Leia waist, but it looks just fine when she's sitting, which is how I plan to display the figure. Speaking of displays, here's a quick diorama shot of Swilla Corey sitting with a Rodian. And just for extra measures, here is a picture of my custom, and I use that term lightly, my custom Rodian. Really, it's just a Saga Collection Greedo with a comic pack Rebel Fleet Trooper vest and a Fleet Trooper blaster with the trigger guard cut off. That Saga Collection Greedo comes with a soft goods vest that just looks terrible in my opinion. And the Comic Pack Fleet Trooper vest is already a tan pinkish color and it has the big pockets. Again, this is another figure that will be displayed sitting down. That's it for this episode of Cantina Customs. The link to that Outer Rim Traders Swilla Corey kit are in the description below. Drop a comment about what you think about this custom, or if you have a specific question about some of the work on how I made this custom, drop it below and I'll be sure to respond. As always, smash those like and subscribe buttons, and thanks for watching.